know, you want to be aggressive here and you want the lead, but on the other side of that, we know how crazy things can get late. You might want to leave just a little bit in the tank, right? Take care of your car. So if you do get a bunch of restarts late in the game, you're protected in that regard. For now, status quo out front. Shane Van Gisbergen leading into turn 1 over Connor Zilisch.
Yeah, and we always talk about how good SVG is into the braking zones, but as you look at that perspective right there, you can see the 88 able to roll in just a little bit deeper on him. Can drive in a little bit deeper into turn 2. We'll watch him go up through the S's right here. The 9 needs some rear grip, and typically if you don't have rear grip, you're not going to get into the braking zones as good just because of how loose the balance of your car is. See if he has to block here again into the bus stop. You see Connor kind of showing him the nose. You know SVG's probably driving out of the rearview mirror as much as he is out the windshield right now, but he actually had a decent lap the last time by. This seems to be his weakness out of the bus stop around this carousel, but I thought it looked like he was really good in turn 7, which is good for him because that turn 1's been a great passing zone for the 88 all day today.
How much better is Shane Van Gisbergen making Connor Zilisch right now? 19 years old, and learning from one of the best, got a front row seat, and maybe it'll be the 88 that takes the 9 to school here. Zilisch is so good as they come off of turn 7. They'll see 20 laps to go this time by.
Yeah, I can't imagine that Shane's going to be able to hold him up for 20 more laps. I feel like Connor's being pretty patient right here. Has been inside of him a couple times. As he gets inside of him again and locks up that left front or right front tire on the inside of that corner. Connor's being very, very gracious to Shane right here.
The chase to turn 2.
Yeah, side by side, trying to get through the S's. It's so hard to go through there side by side. Connor's just trying to time this run out where he can get him into a braking zone, but Shane just kind of managing this. Their lap times aren't good right now because of all the defensive driving that he's having to do.
Well, but look what they're doing, putting distance between themselves and third place Austin Hill and fourth place Michael McDowell. We know what a good road racer he is, but yet they're putting on this show and still starting to pull away from the competition.
Yeah, the only thing that Shane can hope for right now is that by Connor running in all the dirty air, that he maybe can overheat his tires. And Adam, that's one thing that will most likely pop up before this race is over is we've only been able to run 18 green flag laps, and we've seen a lot of tire blistering today. Oh, he's getting back to his inside right here.
Turn 7.
Oh, you can hear the tires squalling as those guys are sliding around the corner.
Well, Zilisch just keeps getting the nose, but can't quite finish the deal. And really being wise and patient is the 88.
Well, you got to think that he can just hear Marty Lindley in his ear like over and over again saying, be patient, don't tear a fender off it. He's got a really good run right here out of turn 1, heading down into turn 2 in the S's.
Side by side, coming up the hill.
Oh, they had a little bit of contact right there.
And now Austin Hill starting to reel him in. Here comes the 21. They were pulling away. Now Austin Hill back in the game.
Oh, and that's exactly what Shane wants right there. Is trying to get that 21 back in between them, get him a little bit of a breather.
Back straight away to the bus stop, and they are just slinging it around, hustling for all it's worth.
So look, if I'm Zilisch now, I'm going to move Shane. I've been nice for 4 or 5 laps. I get it, but it's over now because I might get knocked off the track from the 21. Let's hear what the 88 has to say.
Hear that right front for me. I know you want the lead. Just you and him.
Josh Williams, the spotter.
Good information, but I just my patience would run thin right now. I think you're going to have to do what's I know that's your teammate in front of you and you guys have had some fun, but the pace is off because of how defensive the 9's having to drive. So when I get my next opportunity, I'm going to take it.
18 to go, and you got to believe that Josh Williams radio from the spotter stand was prior to Austin Hill getting right back in it, because they were 1.1 seconds in front of him. They had a cushion. It was really a two-man battle. It's not anymore, and that will no doubt, as you said, Jamie, change your mentality.
Well, in fourth place is 0.6 of a second quicker than what they're able to run right now. And so if you're inside the car and you're the 88 and you're the 9, you know how far this pace is off. So it's interesting, though. I don't feel like the 88's been able to put as much pressure on him as he could earlier in that run. You got to wonder, has the grip started to go away from having to run behind him for so many laps? But I don't see him able to get quite as tight as he was. You see, there's like a half a car length between them right there.
Around the carousel.
He is blocking the shit out of him.
Marty Lindley, the crew chief.
Oh, you see, Connor's going to get to his outside if he can run side by side with him through this corner, it's going to be in the preferred position. I think Shane might have go just a little bit there.
Power move, turn 6, there's the contact. Van Gisbergen around. Zilisch takes the lead. Hard hit for the 9. Caution is out. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Connor ran wide on the exit of 6. I don't think there's any intentions there of getting into the 9 when he came back on the track.
Get to the garage, Shane. That'll be it for us. Sorry about that.
That fender, though, is not looking good on the front of the 88 either.
And there's the 9 car, Shane Van Gisbergen.
I think you could safely say Watkins Glen and drama as well.
Oh,
Go hand in hand together. Massive impact right there for the 9 of Shane Van Gisbergen. Listen to this contact. It looks like he's almost stopped, and then you see the massive impact of the safer barrier right there. Car whips around.
And all 4 tires off the ground.
Yeah, that was a shot.
Let's get an update on the race leader, Connor Zilisch, Kim.
Yeah, Connor still hung up on that incident. Listen to the recent radio communication.
I just don't know where I could have gone. He didn't leave me any room to rejoin. We got to shake it off and win this race. Don't worry about it later. Don't lie to me if I wrecked him either, like you did at Iowa. If I wrecked him, tell me. I'm not lying to you. You had 1 lane to get back on the track.
The 88 caught you quick, and you held him off for a while, but what's your take on how it ultimately ended?
Yeah, not ideal. Pretty gutted, really. Gutted for the junior motorsports guys. Our car wasn't great, but we still had managed to get ourselves in good position and looked great. Kubota had some cool guests here. But yeah, pretty average way to end it.
Do you feel like you left him the proper amount of room to be raced clean?
I haven't seen it yet, so I'll watch it later and work it out, but I don't know yet.
Thanks, Shane.